I used to be really flexible, but then lockdown happened, and then I spent like the whole year sitting on the same couch all day, every day, and I just straight up downgraded from human to potato. Hey everyone, so today I am going to be getting my first ever tattoos. This is so exciting. I have always loved the idea of getting tattoos. I did want to get one as soon as I turned 18, but you know, lockdown happened and now that Victoria is safe again, I thought that a new tattoo would be a great way to celebrate being able to go outside again, and the ones I have in mind mean so much to me. I'm going to Palette Studio to get it done by Mary. I saw her ads on Instagram and I absolutely love her line work. When I get home and the tattoos are healed, I will be filming about the meanings behind it and tattoo plans for the future. So I just finished getting the tattoos and luckily it hurts so much less than I expected. I'm still walking perfectly fine. Hey everyone, so today is the 11th of January. It has been about 2 weeks since I got my tattoos. Honestly, the process of healing went so much better than I expected it to. Even though it's not completely healed yet, it is way more painful than I expected. The real pain I felt during this whole time was in the first few days when I would go shower or when I would be in bed and I would roll around a lot and feel a lot of pressure on it. But apart from that, it's great. So now I'm going to start talking about the meaning of the tattoos that I got. I'll be starting off with the love heart tattoo because that was the one that she did first. I think it was a great idea to start off with that one because it took way less time to do and it's so much simpler, so I would understand how getting a tattoo felt first before going into a more complex one. The tattoo is a symbol for self-love. And it does sound like a really common basic idea, but it truly does mean so much to me because I have struggled with self-love for my whole life. And honestly, I'm still struggling with it. Some days I just get better at, hiding it than I am on other days. But, 2020, that was a really tough year and it really was quite an eye-opener. I have experienced a hell lot of grief and loss and heartbreak. And it sucks that it took a pandemic and all those heartbreaks and people leaving me to teach me, hey, I am worthy of love and I do need to take care of myself more, but I am grateful for everything that has happened. I'm grateful for everything I've learned. And, at the end of the day, while I do appreciate my friends and my family who support me more than anything in the world, I am the only person who can truly understand my feelings and I need to learn to help myself and rely on myself as well. So I think that heart also kind of represents my heart in a way. Like all my feelings towards myself, towards others, and lots of other aspects of my life. Now as I'm saying it out loud, that probably didn't make any sense. So that is all I have to say for the love heart tattoo for now. Basically, it's just about self-love, knowing my worth, and even though it isn't really the most unique or complex way to express it, I truly do love it, and I got a tattoo. It's a big thing off the bucket list. And now on to the lotus flower tattoo. Even though the meanings are pretty different, they are still a little bit similar in a way that they do both represent my journey and my identity in their own unique ways. I was actually pretty anxious during the designing process of this one because I have been looking all over the place, all over Tumblr and Pinterest and YouTube for inspiration, but there just wasn't really a lotus design that I could feel a connection to. So what I did was I sent my tattoo artist, some ones that I like and told her which parts of them I liked in hopes of making our own unique design because I didn't want to straight up copy anyone else's tattoo. So the reason why I chose to get a lotus flower is because I wanted something kind of simple and minimalistic to go with the heart, and also because it has such a deep meaning in both Eastern and Western cultures. And I am a combination of Eastern and Western cultures. My mum's Chinese and my dad is Australian. And you know, I went through some periods of my life where I was really insecure about my Chinese features, and then I went through some periods of my life where I was really insecure about my Western features. But now I'm at a place where I love both my parents and cultures equally. I embrace it, and the fact that this flower has such a symbolic, deep meaning in both cultures is just perfect, and I knew that it would be great for me to get. So in Western cultures, the lotus flower is symbolic of new beginnings and rebirth. You know, like I said, 2020 has taught me a lot, so I do like to believe that I have been reborn into a better person, both to myself and everyone around me in all aspects of life. And it can also mean searching for the true meaning of life, which I am really curious about because my life has only really just started. I still don't know too much about myself or the world. Meanwhile, in Chinese culture, the lotus flower is symbolic of a feminine beauty and also harmony in relationships. But overall, it's just such a big part of us and our culture. There are so many TV shows and songs and paintings and many other forms of art inspired by the lotus flower that are like incorporated into our daily lives. And since the lotus flower rises untainted and beautiful from the mud, it also symbolizes the ultimate purity of the heart and mind and perfection. I was actually contemplating getting this coloured because the lotus flower does come in 6 different colours, and some people argue they all have different meanings. So I was thinking of getting 1 or 2 petals of each different colour so I could have all of the symbolism in one. But I decided, I shouldn't do that, that's just too much, and this is, my second tattoo. So it might be too painful. I just want to see what it's like first, and I don't know how it's going to heal. That brings me on to the next topic of the video, which is my future tattoo plans. I do have quite a few tattoo plans, each with their own different meaning and story behind it, but I'm obviously not going to get any of it too soon. Once again, I am only 18 and I'm kind of broke, and I could regret it later on. But what I am kind of certain about is getting 2 tattoos on my other foot around the same location as ones on my left foot, so we kind of got a little symmetrical look going on here. I also want them to be simple outlines, really minimalistic, but with good meanings. And even though I'm not too sure what I want the designs to be, I do want one of them to be more, deep and internal than other, because the reason why I got the love heart on the right side was because it's facing me. I guess it's kind of more to do with who I really am. Some ideas that I do have is something related to my favorite TV show of all time, Sailor Moon. It sounds so childish when I say it out loud, but it actually is more deep than people think, and it teaches so many valuable lessons about, staying strong, forgiveness, friendship, and all the important parts of life. I was thinking just a little crescent moon for the Sailor Moon tattoo, but I do kind of also want a separate tattoo with more Sailor Moon logos and preferably in color to represent my love for the show, but that is in a long time future. Another idea I had is a music note or something related to that, because music truly does play a great part in my life. Even though I'm not talented enough to play any instruments or make any music myself, I do listen to music every single day, and every single band has helped me get through so much. So I'm not too sure whether I'll be getting a tattoo related to a specific band I really like, or just something representing my love for music in general. I'm also quite fond of the idea of getting a rabbit or like a rabbit silhouette tattooed on my foot, because I feel like that would go really well with the love heart and the lotus. And as you know, I do have a rabbit who I love very much. His name is Snowy. I've had him for almost 5 years now, I believe, which is absolutely insane. I might also find a way to incorporate Sailor Moon with a rabbit, because Sailor Moon's Japanese name is Usagi, which means rabbit. But there are just too many good ideas. Just got my first 2 tattoos and I shouldn't be rushing to make any decisions. And yes, that is all I have for today. Thank you all so much for listening to me explain the meaning behind my current tattoos and ramble on about plans for future tattoos. I will definitely make videos about my future tattoos if I do get any more, so please don't forget to like and subscribe to keep updated. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're all going well and staying safe, and have a great day.